Okay, I think I'm live. Just gotta do the audio test as usual. It saved me once, so might as well keep on doing the audio test. Uh, that's weird. I'm not appearing to go live on my screen. Um, oh, that's weird. It went live now. Oh, hey, Charlie's Beats, how's it going? Welcome in. Appearing to go live on my screen. Okay, I think it's good. That's weird. I was in mod view and I feel like I should have been able to at least see myself go live. And it didn't. I had to manually refresh. I feel like I should have been able to super weird. Okay. All right. Well, regardless, the audio is working. So everything's looking good. Let's see. We'll do this. I should do this. And then I'm thirsty. I'm gonna take a swig now. Having tea today. Herbal tea. I'll sometimes say herbal tea, but honestly, ever since that Eddie Izzard sketch, there's a frickin' H in it. Should say the H. There's an H in it. Herb. Okay, I think that is that. I imagine tonight might be a quieter night because I think a lot of the Twitch friends are probably recovering from VGM Con, which happened this weekend. It may even still be going on. I actually am not entirely certain of all of the details, but first things first, let's go ahead and get our cheating fingers on, as per usual. I would say sorry I'm late, but I was having a snack and then getting ready for stream, and then I'm like, if I try and make it exactly at 10:30, I'll just stress myself out. So I'm doing this to not stress myself out. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go slow, and then still made it, a few minutes. So welcome in, Chan. How's it going? Chan the Magic Man. How are you tonight? And Charlie's Beats. How are you tonight? You guys just caught me putting on my cheating fingers, so here we are. I'm actually I don't want to say I'm running out, but like I have noticeably used some of this. I have a couple other ones. I think one of them's upstairs, but so let's see. A couple of things I wanted to talk about. First things first. So next weekend, if anybody is going to be in the upstate New York area and wants to go to a mini magic convention, uh, there is a magic convention happening. Let me hop back up to here. I'll drop the link in chat, but it's called MANI. It stands for, I think it's like the Magicians Alliance of Western New York. And that's happening next weekend on Sunday. And that's the event that I'll be attending. So I will probably be too exhausted to stream Magic. However, if I do feel ambitious and I decide, hey, I want to stream, it'll probably just be like a recap stream. So I'll probably hop on and be like, hey guys, here's what the event was like or whatever. So that's kind of like my thought process. I still don't know if I'm going to be able to make it up before or after because I just looked at my week and it's looking pretty busy. So chances are not likely that I'll be able to make up the Magic stream. But let's see, what else? I did purchase some new magic this past week because I had our Society of American Magicians meeting for my local chapter, and it was like the bazaar. So it's like, come with your wares and buy, sell, trade, and swap magic. So I bought a few things, mostly cards, but But that is exciting. If anybody ends up redeeming premium decks, I have a few new premium decks that I have not even opened yet. They are from Theory 11, and so I'll just give a quick sneak peek if anybody wants to do that redeem. Let me just switch over here. So the three brand new decks that I have that are premium are these. So this one is Spider-Man, this one is The Avengers, and this one is Lord of the Rings. So nerdy geeky stuff, but I've seen these decks out and I was like, I'm not going to pay full price, but at the bazaar somebody was selling them at a discount and I'm like, sweet, I'm going to get them there. So that was perfect. Oh, Chan, you have Oh, Chan, you've already requested something. Thank you for the request and thank you for the redeem. Chan, did you want to see a specific one? Avengers, Lord of the Rings, or Spider-Man? Let me know. I'll open up that one and we can do the ambitious card routine with that. Avengers. All right, here we go. That'll be a good warm-up because, as far as I know, I have not messed up the ambitious card routine in which I could not recover from it. All right, so those of you who are here, you kind of get to see a little bit of how much. Oh, I left my knife upstairs. All right, well, that's okay. It'll be fine. So this is how magicians like to open up a pack of cards. So you find the pull tab, and if it doesn't have a pull tab, it's probably not premium enough to warrant having it be neat. The reasoning is, and I'll tell you why in a second. Oh my god, I cannot get this pull tab. But I do not want to open it another way, and you'll see why. Man, this might be a boss trick right here, getting the pull tab. I may actually want to just run up and get my knife. I have a little pocket knife that I use as like a letter opener. Actually, can I just pull it from the top but then not? Oh god! Okay. I pulled it from the top, so I want to not damage it so I can pull the pull tab. Alright, hang on. This is harder than doing the Rubik's Cube. Okay, alright. I got the pull. Oh my god, the pull tab was actually underneath the other piece of plastic. That's alright, not my fault. Not my fault. Okay, so we want to do it this way, first of all. Okay, because it has a nice and neat line. It's so rough. Alright, that's fine. No big deal. I also like to have my knife because, so there's going to be a sticker right here that holds everything together. I like to put my fingernail into it first, and then if I had my knife, I would actually cut basically directly on it so that when it closes, it looks like it's completely closed. So this will probably be the first time in a while that I'm not using my knife, but I haven't really opened a brand new deck on stream, like directly on stream, so we'll just do this the old-fashioned way. I think it'll be good enough. So, and I'm going to make sure that I get directly on the sticker because, as I was just saying, I like it to be precise. No, I regret not having my knife now. Okay, wait. We are gonna get there. Right. Wait for it. I'm sorry if there's anybody else waiting in stream. Feel free to chat. The trick queue is open if anybody wants to put stuff in there. Alright, okay. There we go. Okay, we've opened it. It's now open. Okay, there's a couple of like Joker cards or explanation cards. Alright, here's what the backs look like. And then let me see here. Is this in new deck order? Yeah, basically. Okay, so here's the two Jokers. So it looks like Thanos, and then this looks to be I forget who has this. Who's that woman that was taking over the world? Is in like Thor Ragnarok maybe. Okay, and then let's see. Here's the ace of spades, ornate like many aces of spades. Here's the typical design. It looks a lot like when I showed you the Star Wars decks. The pips look very similar. If you look very closely, I don't know if the camera can pick that up. There's a slight gold like outline inside of the pip. And then we have a bunch of different heroes. So there we have Hawkeye. I forget her name. Captain America. Here's the diamond. Beautiful. And then we have most of the other diamonds. Let's see. Here we have, I think, it's either Ares or Thanos. I'm not entirely sure there. And then, who is this? Scarlet Witch. Here's Black Panther. Thor. I forget her name. Then here's Guardians of the Galaxy, Star-Lord. I'm like, what is his name? I'm trying to search my memory. What's his name? Iron Man. There we go. Is that Captain Marvel? Spider-Man. Okay, alright, so that's everything. I can keep the jokers in there, that's fine, right? A legit shuffle. So there are ways in which magicians can fake shuffle, but let's just legit shuffle. Okay, you gotta break these in. Okay, alright. Wow, they feel very nice. Oh yeah, so these are made by Theory 11, if anybody is curious and interested. I think the typical cost of one of these is like 11 or 12. You can probably find them for $10. But if you get them in bulk sale, like I think you might be able to get like a brick. A brick is 12 decks, and oftentimes there's a little bit more of a discount. But unless you're going to be using playing cards on the regular, or you love collecting them, probably not. Probably not for everybody. But I almost lost one. At least I have a reason I can use them on stream, so it's absolutely perfect. All right, Chan, if you are there, feel free to click somewhere on the heat map. When you get a card selected, that'll be your selection, and that will be the ambitious card. We are not going to sign any of these because I only have one of them. All right, it looks like we have a heat map right here. And so let's slide that out. That will be the selection. It doesn't matter that I know what it is, mostly because, you know, magic. So here we are. We have the 7 of hearts. It almost looks like a 1 because the 7's like vertical part is not very long. All right, hold on, I'm trying to get this heat map. Delicious. Okay, all right, where were we? Oh, yes, so here, melt. Here we have our 7 of hearts. You're now connected to the 7 of hearts, chat. And this is what we're going to do with the 7 of hearts. I'm going to go ahead and grab it and take it and place it into the middle of the deck, like so. And importantly, when we snap, we can bring that 7 of hearts back up to the top of the deck, like this. Now, if you were here, you could inspect the deck. I mean, you guys just saw me open it directly on the stream, so I don't know what else you guys could want here. But look, we just got the power. Let's go ahead and place it back into the middle of the deck somewhere. And importantly, we did not snap our fingers yet, so that's some other card. That's not our card. I just realized on the camera, it's actually tough to read each of the numbers. Like if you take a look, right, it's a 9, but you really gotta squint. So it's actually, this is not very user friendly, I think. But anyway, let's snap. Let's get that Let's get that 7 of hearts back up to the top. There we have it. Excellent. Some people think that magicians will swap out a card. You can ask anyone who's seen me do this in person. I'll have people sign it, so this could be signed. But anyway, there's the 7 of hearts. We're going to grab it, take it, place it in the middle of this packet. Grab this whole packet and place it into this packet. Some people think I might be hiding it on the bottom. Some people think I might be hiding it on the top. Nah. We just have to snap. That'll come from the middle back up to the top. And now some people think that I have to hold the deck in my hands. Well, if you were here, what we could do instead is you could actually lift this up, place the 7 in there, and then if you were to snap, it should jump back up to the top of the deck. So here we go. No, that's not right. Maybe you didn't snap hard enough? Here we go. There we go. Nope. Okay. Chan, thank you so much for the transport. I don't know if you guys realized, but actually it did. So when I used my words are very important here. So I said it would jump back up to the top of the deck, and somehow it remembered that this was actually the top of the deck. Because if I actually flip this over, here's our 7 of hearts. And that, my friends, is the ambitious card routine with a brand new premium deck, the Avengers deck. They feel pretty good. They feel like soft stock. Like it's very nice to shuffle and handle. I am liking. Chris M. Yee, thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. How are you doing, Chris M. Yee? Alright, guys. Let's take a moment, and this is a good time to shout out. Well, Chan, thank you kindly. Let's shout out our buddy Chris M. Yee. Chris M. Yee, thank you so much for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. So, let's just double check. I absolutely know Chris M. Yee's card. Chris M. Yee is the 2 of spades. So let me find the 2 of spades. There we are. Chris M. Yee signed the 2 of spades on the Twitch deck. Guys, if you're not following our friend Chris M. Yee, variety gamer, plays a bunch of different games. Usually plays Fall Guys on Mondays, Fall Guy Mondays. And also is the host of the Clip M. Yee Show. So please give Chris a follow and check out the Clip M. Yee Show. The big 2. Who's the big 2? What are the big 2? No, don't. Oh, haven't done one in a while. I need to though. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. So even if you were doing them, I was like, oh man, like I typically couldn't catch it because I have a kid. So 2 equals 13. Super Poker. Oh. See, when you say poker right now, in my mind, I've been obsessed with this game called Balatro. So I've been playing Balatro. Oh, yes, but while we are here... oh, by the way, Chris M. Yee, thank you so much for the resub. If there's a trick you would like to see, or if you would like to see some magic, feel free to request. The trick queue is empty. I need to try Balatro. Dude, I recommend. Here's the thing. If you like board games, it feels a lot like a board game, not so much like poker. But imagine being able to play poker, but you can manipulate all of the cards in your deck. So it's like, well, if I want 26 spades in the deck, you can make that happen in Balatro. It's like, oh, flushes all the time. Is it a request? I mean... Oh, no, here's the How block. Welcome in, Diamond Club. Yeah, so you can do StreamerSonglist random, or you can do exclamation point random, or you can look directly on that link, and if you know the names of tricks, you can click on that. But it's exclamation point TR for trick request. Let's see, who else was here? We saw Charlie. Guys, if you have not followed our friend Charlie's Beats, please give Charlie's Beats a follow. gamer, musician, and all around omnipresent Twitch chatter. I see Charlie's Beats in like every chat. So, but yeah, give him a follow. All right, so let's see. We have a request from Chris M. Once again, Chris, thank you so much for the resub, and we will try and use Chris's signed 2 of spades. I mean, we don't have to try; we can actually do it. So, and this one's a short one. So, all right, let's use the 2 black 2s and the red jacks. So, at a quick glance, you would not mess these up, as in you wouldn't like mix these up for black spot cards or these up for red face cards. So the contrast is pretty huge here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and turn the 2 red jacks face down, and I'm going to put the 2 black 2s face up in between them. And so here's our situation right now. And if I was to just reverse count them like this, they would still be in the same situation that they're in, because if I just spread, that's exactly what they are. Now, here's the thing. If I was to go ahead and do a magical shake, let me just hold the packet and give it a shake. That shake actually changes everything, because now the 2 red jacks will be face up in the middle. I know you don't believe me. That's okay. You don't have to. I'm showing you the magic trick. It's super weird, right? And once again, if you needed to see this again for your very eyes, if I just reverse count these and I spread, nothing happens. But if I go ahead and I reverse count them, hold the packet, and give it a magical shake, this magical shake actually makes all of the difference, because here we are. Is that weird? Super weird, right? That, my friends, is Overture. Thank you so much for the resub and the request. Chris M. Hopefully you enjoyed. Once again, if you would like to request something else. Queue is short, so. Thanks for getting that, Chan. Guys, if you are not following our mod, Chan the Magic Man, please give Chan the Magic Man a follow. Chan, newest mod here, also a fellow magician. Not just fellow magician, but like fellow magician, fellow YouTuber, fellow Twitch streamer. So please give Chan a follow. But yeah, if you are not following Chan, one of the other few magicians that does a magic stream on Twitch with a regular schedule, Magic Mondays. So check him out. Checking the gaff meter. Welcome in. That's wild. I mean, if you want to see a wild trick, there's a trick called Wild Card. That's wild. But anyway, no, welcome in. How are you doing today? Checking the gaff meter. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man, and the applause, Diamond Club, and the claps, Chris M. Alright, let's see here. We have a request from Charlie's Beats for Revolver, the original version. So let's go ahead and I just realized this is not going to look okay. Hang on tight. Let me grab some cards. Two, three, four, and then ace. Okay. You know, sometimes I am super conscientious of when I am saying things to myself during a trick setup. And I'm like, am I giving away too much? It depends on what I say and when I say it. It's like, should I not be saying that? I don't know. Okay, so this is the original version of Revolver. Ching the Gaff Meter says, doing fantastic. Let's see. Oh, and there's the request for wildcard. As though I instigated it. I kind of did. I should probably make sure that I am prepared to do it. That would have been horribly embarrassing if I was like, hey, go ahead and request this trick, and then I couldn't do it. I think that might be more embarrassing than like messing up a trick. Like I've messed up tricks, and it's like, you know, and that's just like my own fault. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay, we have 4 cards here. The original version of Revolver that was created by. So if you guys are reading the names, the creator, it looks like it says Oz, and I think like 99% of people would pronounce it Oz, but apparently his name was pronounced Oz. So there's Oz Perlman. Fun fact. There you go. All right. So we have the ace, the 2, the 3, and the 4 of spades. Now, what I want to do is we're going to go ahead and fire off each one of the bullets. So the ace will be the first one that we fire off. And so if we go ahead and use our gun hand, bang. We're going to fire that off. We're going to simulate firing it by turning it over. So here we have our 3. Here's our 2. There's our 4. But our ace is now face down. I know. Weird, right? So now we're going to go ahead and turn the 2 face down. The bullet chamber for the first one has cleared, so we should be able to see that one. But here we go. Bang! But here's our 3, our 4, and there's our 2, and here's our ace. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and bang! We're going to fire off the third one. Here's our 4, here's our ace, here's our 2, and there's our face down 3. And then finally, we are going to go ahead and bang! We have our 4th. Should have been fired. So there's our 2, here's our ace, there's our 4, here's our 3. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? That should not happen. Alright, but that's okay. Here, let me go ahead and flip the 4 back over. Now, if I was to ask you guys what color the backs of these cards were, what would you say? I think a lot of people would probably say red, right? Because, I mean, you saw red, 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 and red. What if I told you that that's not the case? What if I just were to tell you that they were not red in the first place? You might have seen that they were red because in human visualization, when you see a bullet shot, oftentimes if it connects and hits, you'll see red blood. But I don't know, once that clears, you can actually see what really happened. Oh, I just realized this would be a really cool way. You guys, I don't know if you know, but each one of us lives in the past. So our concept of now actually isn't exactly now. It's like a little bit before now. Because like if you see something happen, it didn't happen instantaneously. It takes like, you know, a fraction of some microseconds for the light to get into your eyes, and then your brain has to process it. So now is actually just, but anyway, I digress. But look, if I show you what really happened is that the cards were not red at all. Yeah, and it takes time to convey that info. Chris MB, you're absolutely correct. That is right. But I don't know if you know, but all of these cards are blue-backed. And that, my friends, is Revolver. Yeah. So, for anybody who didn't know, when you think now is happening, it actually has already happened. It just happened. So, not only with all those logistics, but also like the human mind has to stitch all that together. And so your concept of now is super weird. And then if you take the whole like special relativity into account, and it's like, oh well, let's say there's an alien species like in another galaxy. Well, their concept of now that's happening on Earth, it might be one thing, but the weirdest thing is as they start traveling towards you, the concept of now is the future of what our now is. Or if they travel away, it's the past of it's so wild. Pun intended, because the next trick's wild card. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chris M.E., Charlie's Beats, Chan the Magic Man. Thanks for clearing that, Chan. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to be going to a magic convention next week on Sunday. Chances are I will not be streaming magic, and even if I might not even stream at all, but if I stream, it'll probably be a recap stream of the magic convention. If anybody was curious about that and you're in the upstate New York area, it's going to be happening in and around Buffalo. Even if you don't want to go to the whole convention itself, the best part for lay people is probably the evening show, which is literally just like, I forget if it's like an hour and a half or 2 hours of like the best magic. Like magicians come from all over the world, and they put on like the evening show. So check it out if you're in and around this area next weekend. Welcome in, Saxton. How's it going? Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, and earlier today we did show off one of the new acquisitions because my local chapter of my magic club had a like a bizarre night. So not a strange night, but a night in which people could come buy, sell, trade, swap their magic. And so I was able to pick up a few new premium decks. Here they are. So. Oh, I didn't address this earlier, actually. So, for the reason why you keep the cellophane on, not only does it protect the deck box, but if you have extra cards that you want to slide in that you don't want in the main deck, you can slide it into the cellophane. And, yeah, and so it keeps it together with the deck. So that's why. That's why you open it that way. I learned that pretty early, but I was actually surprised that I didn't really think of it before, and I'm like, oh, because everybody just wants to rip rip all that off right away. So, okay, next up we have wild cards requested by Checking the Gaff Meter. Upon my, I don't want to say insistence, but anyway, this is a good time. If anybody has been sitting around for a while and has not hydrated, please hydrate. Once again, I'm having tea, but tonight I'm having cherry tea. Cherry herbal tea. I already did my Eddie Izzard sketch earlier, but there's a frickin' H, so herbal tea instead of herbal tea. Okay, alright. So, I have a pile of cards here. So what we have here is hey, thank you for the Chris M.U. Thank you kindly. I also You know, I never dreamed that I would want to be a stand-up comic. And to be fair, I probably still don't, but I just love hanging out and just cracking jokes. Like, even if they're not my jokes, just retelling them, amazing. So, okay, here we have nine of spades, nine of spades, nine of spades, nine of spades. Actually, that's a queen of hearts. Queen of hearts. Nine of spades, nine of spades, nine of spades, nine of spades. So they're all nines of spades except for that one queen of hearts. So let me just go ahead and place some of these down here, place some of these down here, and then here's our queen of hearts. So let's see, what are we going to do? All right, I never usually address the day of the day. And I honestly just choose them because if somebody needs to refer to one of my streams, they can be like, oh yeah, the one that was labeled, Dolphin Day, which was like last week, which, by the way, still hasn't happened yet. But maybe one day in the future, somebody will be like, oh, wait, when did that happen? Oh yeah, that happened on, Chocolate-Covered Cashew Day. All right, let's pretend that this Queen of Hearts is a cashew, and and these 9 of spades actually are all chocolate-covered cashews. So see, the 9 is kind of like the dark chocolate, right? You getting me here? But we want to get to the good cashew center, and so this is going to be really disgusting, but Check the Gaff Meter says, I feel like you're distracting me with dolphin talk. Oh, my sympathies. Lucky for you, I didn't actually talk about dolphins last week. But okay, this is going to be a little bit disgusting. But I have a 2-year-old, and sometimes the 2-year-old wants to eat some things, but not other things. And we haven't introduced like chocolate-covered cashews yet. But I can imagine her being like, oh hey, I like the chocolate. So she goes and proceeds to place the chocolate-covered cashew in her mouth, and then she lets the chocolate dissolve or whatever, and then she gets to the cashew, and then she's like, no, I don't like that, so she spits the cashew out. I know, that's super weird, right? Same thing, so there's a couple of cashews right here, but she's like, hey, I want to get the chocolate off of this, and then whatever's in the middle, I don't care about it, because that's a cashew. So look, we're going to go ahead and just show you, hey, says Checking the Gaff Meter. No, look, here's the weirdest part, right? Here's the weirdest part, because if I show you my 2-year-old, she ate the chocolate off of the cashew, and now that we have another cashew. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? That's super weird. But look, we'll do it again, because and like here, I'll even simulate. Here's the mouth, right? And then here we have a cashew and a cashew. Is that no way? Not even what? Okay, all right. So here, lol, says Saxton. Thank you for the lol. All right, here we go. Once again, eating all of that chocolate. Now, I have some memories in the past of eating some very similar things as well. Not chocolate, but there was this like rice paper candy, and so I would just like the inside, and so I would like wash off the outside because it looked like paper, but basically I just wanted to get to the inside. I know, that's super weird. I'm sorry I brought that up. I know, this is so disgusting. My apologies. But those of you with kids, understand, right? So here here we've got that. So okay, here's another one that's kind of, how like we have extremely processed food like chips and stuff. So like Doritos. Okay, if you love Flamin' Hot, or no, Cheetos, Flamin' Hot Cheetos, right? But you're like, I just want that Flamin' Hot stuff. So you just put the Flamin' Hot stuff in your mouth. And you're like, but you really hate the Cheeto part, which I don't know why you would eat this then. But look, this is the weird part. By the way, if you guys have the Dorito emote, which I think everybody does, it's a global emote, right? Go ahead and spam Doritos right now. Even though I changed it to Cheetos at the last second. But look, here, you just spit the chip part out. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? Because yeah. And then, thank you for all the chips, everybody. Thank you for the Doritos. And now, here, we're going to go ahead and, I don't know who's eating this, but, these can be Doritos this time. And they're like, you could just get tortilla chips. And honestly, the thing that makes it taste like Doritos is MSG. So just put MSG all over the tortilla chips, and you get the taste. But anyway, so here we have all the cashews, and here's the last chocolate-covered cashew, and here's my 2-year-old putting the cashew into her mouth. I don't even know why I'm making the sound anymore, but at the end of the day, we have all of our cashews unchocolated now. And that, my friends, is... Oh my god, Saxton, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Greatly appreciate it. uh, all right. Thank you kindly for all those Dorito emotes, everybody. The Rusty Panda, welcome in. How's it going? Thank you for the popcorn, Doritos, and sugar. Very appropriate emotes for that joke. Um, for that trick. Sorry. So that was my performance of Wild Card, but themed as grossly eating parts of processed food. Holy smokes, Nom. That was crazy. Oh, man. Hi, Panda. Hi, Panda. How's it going? Nom, 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 nom. Are you calling me delicious, the Rusty Panda? If you guys didn't know, my name is Nom. Nom, 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 nom. That's my usual retort. It's like, somebody says that, I'm like, are you calling me delicious? And their response to this will actually determine how close a friend. If they're like, oh no, that's not what I was saying, not close friends. If they said, oh yeah, so delicious, or something like that, probably best of friends. Like, oh jeez. Thank you kindly for all those emotes and for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, the Rusty Panda, check the gaff meter. Once again, thank you so much for the bits, Saxton. Well done, thank you. Ha 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 ha. All right. Let's see. We have a request from Diamond Club. Diamond Club. Thank you so much for the request, Diamond Club. All right. Let me got to clean this up first, and then. Now I have to try and find a way to top that. I'm like, the cardless coin matrix is not something I've rethemed before. So I'm like, what am I going to do with this one? Let's see, the Rusty Panda asks, excited for warmer weather coming this week? Man, I would love warmer weather here. It's still cold. Okay, Diamond Club, if you are there, you get to choose, would you like the US quarters or these tokens? The tokens are slightly bigger, but I'll let you pick. It doesn't really matter to me. The only reason why you have these two choices is because this is the only ones that I have for US quarters. Okay, excellent. So, all right, let me just go ahead and grab these. All right, we have 4 US quarters. They are here. And are those in a big enough square? Is that symmetrical? It looks a little bit off. Oh, maybe my camera is a little bit weirdly angled. Okay, let me. All right, I just want to be a little bit happy. Okay, so here, there, okay. All right, so here, this is what we're going to do. So we have these. We're going to go ahead and slowly try and make these quarters teleport from corner to corner. And so this happens pretty quick. So here's the first one. Okay, watch. I know, that's super weird, right? Okay, let's do this one. All right, let's do another one. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3 over here, and then we only have 1 over here. But here's the last one. And that, my friends, is the cardless coin matrix. Okay, all right. Woo! Hopefully you guys didn't hear anything. Hold on. I need to mute and for a second. Okay. All right. I'm back. Oh, infos are emote. Nothing fell. All right. There we go. It was a token. See? All right. So here we are. Oh, wait, wait. Let me just quickly do the here. It's a free the token. All right. So look, if I just go ahead and I grab the token like that, I want to make it disappear, but it's there. Now, here's the thing. I need a magic wand. I just need something to simulate the magic wand. So, let me just see if I can. Here, let me use a Sharpie. All magicians have a Sharpie. And it's basically good enough as a magic wand because look, 1, 2, 3. It is now gone. However, people are wondering what happened to it. It's actually inside the Sharpie. I don't know if you can believe that, but there it is. I've done this trick before, and I've accidentally hit myself with the Sharpie. So it's like, oh no! Okay, that was a freebie because I had the coins out. So I was like, okay, let's do a coin trick. All right, let's see here. Oh, I don't know if I. Thank you kindly for the claps for the cardless coin matrix, and for that, the Rusty Panda, Chris M. Chan the Magic Man. Really appreciate it. Okay. Hey, but honestly, not really. My apartment was hot as hell all winter. Oh yeah, that's the that's kind of like the strange rub, right? It's like, uh, it's cold outside, but it's hot in here because the heater's on. And I think apartment buildings, you don't have absolute control exactly over all of your heat settings. So, okay, next up we have a request for. Uh-oh. Hold on, I had this here last week. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm like, where's Picasso Aces? Alright, let's see. Chan has requested Picasso Aces. I think it was a random request, but I normally like to close out with this, but that's okay. This will give me a chance to do one of my other favorite tricks to close out. So I'll do this one now. You're exactly right. These apartments just force heat in. Yeah, I mean, so here's the weirdest thing, right? It depends on like if your apartment in a building, if you live on the two ends or like one of the ends, right? You have potentially more walls that are connected to the outside, and so you probably need to pump more heat into those to keep them okay. But the ones in the middle, because you only have like you have less surface area exposed to the outside, and so it's like that probably gets hotter way easier. And because the two ends are like, hey, we need it to be warmer over here, like everybody has to get more heat. It's so yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I used to live in an apartment, and now that I've not lived in an apartment for many years now, I would never like to go back to an apartment ever again. So, home ownership is expensive. So, full disclosure, recently had some like construction done on the house. We got a new roof. Long story short, we knew we were going to need a new roof in a few years. It might have been good for another couple of years, but like half of our main roof was like pretty bad right now. But we got this really weird opportunity from like one of the local construction places. There was like a slightly deal. It was still not really like a deal, but like it was better than what they would have charged. So I was like, okay, let's do it now. So we got a new roof for 2/3 of the house. Long story on the 1/3, but we'll get there. I taped off all my vents in December. Oh my god, that's yeah. Oh man, my sympathies, Diamond Club. I feel ya. I was there once. Okay, all right. So next up, we have Picasso Aces. So I have a blue backed deck. Now the reason why I need to show you that this is a blue backed deck is because these aces didn't come from this deck. these aces are red backed. So if I show you ace of hearts, red, ace of clubs, red, ace of diamonds, red, and ace of spades, red. So what do I want to do with these 4 red aces? I'm going to go ahead and place them. I'm just going to spread them out onto the table like this. I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. And the ace of spades will be our leader ace. So we're going to have all of the aces collect here by the end of the trick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto each pile. And they're going to be our... And, you know, some people are wondering, hey, if you have real magical powers, why do you need additional cards? Well, these additional cards are like the magic shield. They're going to be the things that help us actually do the magic, right? So, all right, I'm gonna square these up. Gibsonland, Bert, thank you kindly for coming in. I understand you were probably at VGMCon or like, you know, recovering or like leave. Oh, it's okay. Waiting for my plane to depart, says Gibsonland. Thank you for stopping by. Absolutely no obligation. Totally understand travel. But thanks for stopping in. And thank you kindly for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you had a great time at VGMCon. So, yeah, can't wait to hear about it. Yeah, so. All right. Okay. Where were we? Oh, yes. So, here you can totally see the ace is there. It's there until I snap, because that's going to go ahead and make the ace swap from this pile to that pile. Gibson Len says, VGM Con was great! Awesome! I expected no less. I heard many great things. I wasn't able to tune in for too much, but yeah, just quick glances here and there. So, but now if you look at this pile, there's actually no red cards here, and there's actually no aces. So, I know. Now before, there was only 1 red ace of spades here, but if we go ahead and go through, there will now be 2 red backed cards. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? Shouldn't happen, logically speaking. But once again, here we have another ace, and you'll still be able to see it up until we make the swap. I don't know if you could tell, and actually maybe the camera's a little bit in my favor, you know, with the 20 FPS or whatever, right? Because you know, I can move faster than the 20 FPS and you don't suspect anything. All I'm doing is I'm just grabbing the card from this pile, putting it in there, and grabbing it and putting it back over here. Just in between frames. That's all. Yeah, because look, none of these are red, and none of these are aces. So before we had 2 and 2, but now we should have 3 aces here in this pile. Because look. I know, is that weird? It's super weird. That shouldn't happen. It's a little bizarre. That's okay. We have 1 more pile. Some people believe that shenanigans are afoot. And to that I would say, you're watching a sleight of hand magic stream. Shenanigans are a hand, if you will. I cannot believe I've never made that joke before. But anyway, so here's the ace of diamonds. We're going to go ahead and leave it in here. You'll be able to still see it, because if I show you, you'll see it on the back. It's still red. See it on the front. It's still ace of diamonds. Hey, thank you for that, Diamond Club. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to make that swap now. Apparently, if I didn't do that sound effect, it wouldn't have worked. But so now if I show you, look, all of the cards are blue backed. And then all of the cards, if you look at the faces, none of them are aces. Is that weird? Super weird, right? And now, if we take a look here, all these cards are red backed cards. They are all the ace diamonds, ace of spades, ace of clubs, and ace of hearts. And that, my friends, is Picasso Aces. All right. Whew. I would say, so this is probably one of the quote-unquote tougher tricks I do, but because I've done it so much, it feels perfectly fine to me. And yet, there's a couple of other tricks that are like, maybe even technically easier, but like, because I never do them, so it's like... You redeemed clear cards? Oh, I see. Okay. I gotcha. Thanks for also mentioning in chat. Thank you kindly for the claps, the Rusty Panda, Chan the Magic Man, and also thank you for that request, Chan. Hopefully you enjoyed. I know Chan likes that one. Chan can also do that one, I believe, as well. So check him out. All right. Let me see here. I don't want to give away the secrets of magic on screen. Hold on, I just realized if I didn't set up for this right now, it will probably not be good later. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah. So it's probably no secret to anybody, but I don't use the TwitchCon deck for it because the requirement is, so you could do that trick if you had 2 decks of bicycle cards with different colors. That's all you need. But I just set aside what I need in this box. Oh, you can't see it. It is labeled Picasso Aces. That's all. So you don't have to like search and sift. And here's the problem with like mixing and matching decks like that are active. If you use one deck more than the other one, they'll wear more. And so it's like, I know that all of the cards in this box wear at the exact same rate because I only use it for the trick and I use them all. Yeah, so anyway, magician first world problems. Okay, all right. So we have a request from the Rusty Panda and a redeem for clear plastic cards, which, hold on, I know I have them. It'll take a second. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and give, I don't know if we shouted out the Rusty Panda yet, but guys, if you're not following our friend and mod, the Rusty Panda, please give the Rusty Panda a follow. The Rusty Panda, singer, songwriter, musician, also does a unique interview stream on Wednesdays called Wiki Wednesday. So go ahead and check the Rusty Panda out. It's a very unique interview format. So, and I believe they're all the old ones, almost all the old ones, are up and available on your YouTube as well, right? The Rusty Panda. I'm pretty sure they are because I saw some the other day. I didn't watch all of them, but I listened to more of Wiki Wednesdays from YouTube because I can't make it live most of the time. So, all right, and then also we saw our other mod Gibson Lens. Guys, if you're not following our other mod Gibson Lens, Bert plays piano. Illustrious pianist, plays VGM, popular music, sight reads from songbooks that he physically owns. We actually have this joke in the stream because like the boss that's in history is like him dealing with like turning the pages in the physical songbook. But anyway, also Gibson Lens has composed a lot of his own originals. So recently going back to an old game that he composed and has put out has transcribed a couple of old to him, new to us songs. So, and then also for anybody who missed it earlier, I did give Chan a shout out. But if you're not following Chan, please give Chan a follow as well. So there's our 3 mods. All 3 mods were here. So Chan the Magic Man, one of the other few magicians that also has a regular magic schedule on Twitch, does Magic Mondays. Give him a follow. All right, there we go. So I think that's all the mods, and then. Did I miss anybody else that came in that also streams, or if we don't know that streams? So let us know. Okay, all right. Where was I? Oh, yes. Okay, I found them. All right, perfect. That stalled for long enough. I was able to find the cards. So, all right. So we're going to be performing a trick called twisting the aces with clear plastic cards. And so here's what the cards look like. If you've never seen this deck before, they are clear plastic, and they have this this diamond-like shaped clearness that you could see through. The backs are generally uniform. They are one directional because it's like it says "Welcome to Las Vegas" if you look really close. Ironically, I did not get these in Vegas while I was there, but I don't know why I don't need to sort those. It's fine. And then this is what the fronts look like. So basically, there's the pips corners, the unpipped corners, and then they try and put all of the pips. This one looks exceptionally nice, the 9 of diamonds, because it is a diamond in the center. All 9 diamonds fit perfectly. I'm actually curious what they do for the 10. Okay, here's what they did for the 10 of hearts. They just shoved all the diamonds in there. I mean, sorry, all the hearts in there. Let's see. Where are all the aces? Where are any of the aces? There's 1. There's 2. 3. Did I miss one? I must have missed one. Okay, 4. There we go. All right, but yeah, so here, for those of you who don't know, I have a bunch of redeems on my channel in which you can select a bunch of different types of cards. And so this is one of them. This is one of the more expensive ones. So thank you for the redeem for clear plastic cards. I end up trying to do a couple of tricks, so maybe we'll do another one after this. Especially because I feel like twisting the aces is kind of short. So, all right, so we have the 4 aces in my hand. And what I want to do is I want to turn all of the aces face up. But if I was to do it like this, that would be cheating because that's how normal people would do it. However, what I would like to do is do it in a more magical way. I can see that the most difficult part of this is making sure that the glare doesn't hit my light source and glares perfectly into the camera. So look, I'm going to hold the packet and give it a magical twist. This magical twist is actually going to turn up one of those aces. I believe it's going to be the ace of hearts. I know, ace of hearts. Is that strange? That's super strange. Now look, this is the part that gets people. So don't avert your gaze. I'm going to hold the packet and give it another magical twist. That magical twist will turn the ace of hearts face down and turn the ace of clubs face up. Don't avert your gaze. Man, I almost said don't avert your glaze. As though, like, protect your donuts or something. I don't know. Glazed donuts. But look, all those cards are face down except for this one. Donuts, says the Rusty Panda. I know, that's super strange, right? Super strange. Now, here's the strange thing. We're going to go ahead and hold the packet and give it another magical twist. And that'll turn up the ace of diamonds. And you guys should be able to see through the cards this entire time. I don't know if you've seen anything super fishy, but honestly, I think everything's mostly been pretty clean. I probably shouldn't have said that because I might have just jinxed myself. So now you guys are going to see something. Jeez. Okay. So here is the ace of diamonds. But anyway, all right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and the ace of spades is the last one, and it's magically resistant. Not because, it's just arrogant today. It's just like, no, I don't want to turn face up. That's it. I'm going to hold the packet. Give it a twist. With the one twist, ace of spades is still face down. Doesn't want to do anything. It's lazy. That's right. I called you lazy ace of spades. The plastic ace of spades, not Charlie's beats. Sorry, Charlie. I didn't mean that. That's, okay. So look, here we go. Nope. Still all face down. That's okay. Let's You know, I've insulted it. Now I need to ask it nicely. Hey, Ace of Spades, I'm so sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean to insult you. Can you please just turn face up, just for right now, and then later you can do with me as you will. Yeah, that's it. All right. I think the Ace of Spades like that because look, it's turned itself face up. It totally wants to do with me as it will. Says the Rusty Panda. Um. Oh wait, I just turned that face down. There we have it. That is twisting the aces with clear plastic cards. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man, the Rusty Panda. Okay, while I have these out, let me see if we can do another trick with them. Okay, so I have the 4 aces over here and the Joker. I know it might be tough to differentiate them, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and place the Joker off to the side over here. And then with these other cards, I'm going to go ahead and have the aces off to the side over here. Now, here's the interesting thing. If all I want to do is just make this side hop just a few times, 1, 2, 3, you'll see that these 4 cards turn into 1 card because there's only 1 card here. And if I spread over here, there's actually 4 cards over here. And the Joker has hopped the fence, if there was a fence here. And all 4 aces are over here. That one looked pretty good, I think. Let me see. Just gonna get this into the nope, didn't get the right one. Alright, hold on. I need to fix the cue. Alright. Wait a second. I can't manage my own queue for some reason. Am I not logged in? I'm not logged in! I'm like, wait a second. That's so weird. Okay, nope, not that one. You would think that I put DMC in there. It's the only one. Okay. Add. Whoops. Okay, check. Alright, there we go. Cool. Alright. Excellent. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man, and the Rusty Panda. Okay, let's see. What other tricks can we do with aces that won't be utterly horrible while I have them out? Yeah, and also doing sleights with the deck is super tough. Okay, I'm going to try one. This may not bode well, but you know, the risk of using plastic cards while doing sleight of hand magic is you simply could expose everything. That's so the risk is high. All right. So, all right, here's what we're going to do. All right, so we have the ace of diamonds, the ace of clubs, the ace of hearts, and the ace of spades. I'm going to go ahead and place all of the aces out like this. And then what we're going to do is I will place some cards onto each one of these piles. Just want to make sure that I don't mess up the trick. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and place 3 cards onto each pile, like this. that. Okay. All right. So we are going to bring out the magical talent of the stream. If you guys thought it was me, it was not me. The one working behind the scenes for all the magic to happen is, if you know who it is, feel free to put the emote in there in chat, our friend, the deck sock. Man, Chan, you're on top of it. Thank you. There we have it. We have the deck sock. So the deck sock is now going to do its first magic. It's going to grab that ace and move it down here. I know it didn't look like much, but if I show you, there's actually no aces up here right now. Down here, if I show you, we've got, well, we knew the ace of spades was there. And then this is like some other card we don't care about. Here's another card we don't care about. But look, the ace of hearts has hopped down here. I know, is that strange? Alright, now the sock is going to go ahead and do some more magic. Once again, we knew that the ace of spades is here, but take a look at some other non-ace card, and here's the ace of hearts, but then now it's got the ace of clubs has hopped down there. Oh, I probably should have shown you all these, right? Well, you know the ace jumped down there. There's no aces there. And then finally, for the last pile, I don't know why I had to go, but if I show you all the cards in this pile, look, we have the ace of diamonds, ace of clubs, ace of hearts, and ace of spades. Now, some people suspect some shenanigans, and to that I would say, you're watching a sleight of hand magic stream. But look, ace of spades, I'm going to go ahead and grab the ace of spades, and we'll place it into this pile right here. Okay. If you were here, you could place your hand on top of it, just to make sure that it can't get to it. I'm just going to simulate that with my mouse. And also the cards are clear. I think, you know, you'd see something, right? But look, what we're going to do is we're going to try and use these other aces to draw that ace of spades through your mouse hand. Mouse simulated hand. Sorry, hand simulated, I don't know, whatever. And so all I have to do is just tap a few times, right? 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you saw it, but there's actually the ace of diamonds in my hand, the ace of clubs in my hand, the ace of hearts in my hand, and the ace of spades now in my hand. And if we take a look underneath your simulated hand, none of these are aces. And that, my friends, is an ace assembly with clear plastic cards. Yeah, I think so. There was like a couple parts where I was like, that's a little risky. I think I handled it okay, so I wasn't concerned. But I think overall the end performance, the end result is actually pretty good. So even though I was nervous a couple of those points, I think it was fine. So thank you kindly for the claps. The Rusty Panda, Chan the Magic Man with the deck sock and the claps, and Diamond Club says, wow, that was incredible. Thank you so much, Diamond Club. All right. Okay, and that was an ace assembly. Let me see here. I'm just gonna queue it and check it off so I have the stats. Alright, I think that is good for the clear card redeem. I know we normally have like 1 or 2 tricks, but I think we did 3 that time, right? So, pretty good. Let's also get, since I've already given this trick away on previous streams because I mess it up all the time. Let's do it one more time. Here we go. What's that? 9 of clubs for now. But look, it has become something else. The Jack of Hearts. All right. I don't think the glare worked in its favor, but I think it looked okay. Okay. All right. All right. Chan says, nice, nice, nice. That's right. Thank you for the nice, 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 Chan. Okay. All right. If anybody is interested in seeing some more magic, I mean, I guess I've been showing magic this whole time, but the queue is open. You're welcome to request. Requests are free to followers and up. That's one thing that I never specify because I think I did set my queue. I don't want randos coming in and then requesting without at least following. Following's free. Like there's literally no reason. Right, so, um, but yeah, I just found a little fruit fly in my tea. Get out. All right. I importantly didn't want it to go in. Nope, it went in. All right. I guess I'm switching to water. I'll have to get another cup of tea later. I see the request from Chan. The Rusty Panda says, alrighty, I'm going to bed. I also have horrid hiccups. Not related, but both annoying. My apologies for the hiccups. Yeah, I totally understand. But take care. Have a good night. Sleep well. We'll talk to you later. Hopefully you enjoyed your clear card redeem. Thank you for that redeem. Okay. Next up, we have the Devil's Elevator. And you know what? Let's go ahead and use let's use the Twitch deck because we can. Let's see, 4, and then you gotta find some. Oh, I can do this on camera. There's nothing to hide here. Actually, instead of getting the 5, because Chan requested this, we're going to use the Chan signed card, the Queen of Clubs. Glad you enjoyed my performance last week. Yes. By the way, Chan, a couple of things that you did in your trick, I am extremely flattered because I know that you modeled your handling off of my handling. Because there's a couple of things in there that are subtle things that I think are not done in the standard version. It's my personal handling on it. So thank you so much. But I feel flattered that you would only look at my trick. So normally when I learn a trick, I watch as many performances as I can find, and there's for the Devil's Elevator, there's probably 20 different versions of the performance on YouTube, and I watched basically all of them, and I'm like, I like this part from this trick, and I like this part from that trick. I hate how this person does it, and it's so yeah. So thank you for I can recognize what you did. So actually, this time let me I'll do it slightly differently, but we're gonna do it the full full convincer version. Non-magicians may not understand that, but Chan does understand what that means. So we can go ahead and do that way. Okay. All right. So first things first, we have the red 6s and 9s. Red because it's fiery, and also 6s and 9s because not besides just the meme, but at certain angles it might look like 666, and we're talking about the Devil's Elevator. So there's that. Now, what I'm going to do is, hold on, let me just go ahead and place the 4 red 6s and 9s over there, and then over here we're going to go ahead and lay down all of the other cards. So let's go ahead and place Chan the Magic Man right here. He'll be the one that goes to the deepest level of hell. That's okay. Chan's a magician and has seen this trick. He knows how to get out. It's fine. But here we have the 4 of clubs. And then here we have the 3 of clubs. And then here we have the 2 of clubs, which we'll place on the top. So, here's the thing. For those of you who haven't seen this trick before, hell is not just a place. Hell is a business, and as all good businesses, they have a maintenance elevator. So if you ever find yourself in one of the many levels of hell, which we're going to use these cards to represent the different levels, first level, second level, third level, fourth level, fifth level, and remember we placed the 2 on the top, and so we're going to go ahead and grab the 2 and place it in the second level of hell. See why we use the 2? Normally we use 2 through 5, but we're going to have Chan be the 5th one. But look, the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Now that person has seen this trick before, so they're going to know how to get out. They're going to get into the maintenance elevator. They're going to go ahead and press the elevator button, and here, even for this, we're going to go ahead and do the spinning effect, because look at how amazing the spin is with these cards. But that's actually going to make the elevator go up, and the easiest place to escape hell is going to be the topmost level. And so we have to wait for the ding. Oh man, I was about to grab my tea, but I just realized that there's still a mini fruit fly in there. I should place this further away. Oh, thank you kindly for the ding, Chan the Magic Man. So now if we take a look, the 2 has come up to the top. Now, look, we have the next one. This is the 3. Okay. Then we go ahead and grab the 3 and place it into the third level of hell. The first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay. Once again, the 3 wants to get out of hell too. Find the elevator, gets into the devil's elevator, presses the elevator button, subjects himself to the spinny dizzy thing. And the elevator is going to arrive at the top level, the easiest level to escape hell from. There's the 3. Now, some people think that there's some cards that have been here the entire time, but no, if you take a look, these are the same red 6s and 9s. But now we're going to have the 4. Let me just show you the 4. That will go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and place that into the 4th level of hell. Here we go. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. That's going to go in there. Close it up. They're going to get in the elevator. Press the elevator button. Subjects themselves to extremely dizzying forces. You know, the forces in hell are extremely gravitationally strong. That was terrible, I know, I'm sorry. You can't hold me back, hold me back. But the 4 is going to try and get out. And as it turns out, the elevator from the 4th level takes way longer than the first 2 levels, because it is deeper down. Oh, there we go. Now we hear the ding, and now if we take a look, the 4 has made it to the top level, the easiest one to escape hell from. I know, super crazy. Now some people think that there's some weird shenanigans that there's more than 4 cards in here. No, these are the same 4 cards we've been using the entire time. But let me just show you that here we have the 5, right? No, sorry. Normally the 5, but Chan the Magic Man. But look, if I go ahead and I place Chan the Magic Man clearly on the bottom. So he's in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Chan's going to know how to get out. Chan really wants to get out. That one happened pretty quick, because now if you take a look, here is Chan the Magic Man using his magic to escape hell using the devil's elevator. And that, my friends, is the devil's elevator starring Chan the Magic Man. Chan says, "Get me out!" I don't know if Chan would, do that, but I'm pretending that the Chan character would do that. Whether real Chan would do that or not, I don't know. That's Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man. And thank you for the request. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you understand what I mean when I said that's the convincer version. So I basically threw in like every convincer. So there you go. Pick and choose what you want to do. And actually, if you watch other performances, they do way fewer than that one has. So very cool. Awesome. I'm glad that you thought that was very cool. So yeah. All right, guys. The queue is empty. So feel free to request anything. Let's see. I did start a little bit late today, but I probably want to end kind of on a normal-ish because I still haven't done. I don't. So normally, even for my YouTube video during the week, I have an idea of what I'm gonna do, and even if I end up recording it like late Sunday night before it publishes on Monday, I have an idea of what I'm gonna do. I have no idea what I'm gonna do for tomorrow. So I'm sure I can come up with something, but I'd rather at least have like a good idea. But so yeah, hold on. Let me see how long we've been going. Hour 20. Okay. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna think about closing up in about a half an hour. So that's probably what we're looking at. So if anybody wants to see some more magic or see any specific magic, let me know. In the meantime, I can just shuffle on camera. I know. Look at this sultry shuffle, everybody. Oh no, that was not very. That's not very good. Okay, there we go. You can watch sultry shuffles. So one of these days, I don't know when, I'll probably stream more. I'll probably stream some video games. I've kind of had this hankering to stream maybe another like JRPG, but I don't know which one it would be. I don't know how long it would take. Because at least with the other game, it was like a project that I'm like, I'm gonna be up and on top of it, but it does eat into the schedule of like my life. So Diamond Club has requested center of attention. All right, sounds good, Diamond Club. Okay, let me see here. Alright, let's make sure that I don't expose the secrets of magic while this is up and on. Okay. Alright. So, I have 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now these 4 cards are unsurprisingly the 4 aces. And now, if I was to ask you which card, which of these cards would you say is the most egotistical, narcissistic, lazy compared to the other 3? Full disclosure, there's only one right answer. And if you don't know what it is, it's the Ace of Spades. Diamond Club says hearts. So Diamond Club has diamond and club in the name. Says hearts, and I whisper spades. So literally in that one line and what I said, we named all 4 suits. Diamond Club. All right, I just have to give you the applause there. Thank you. So no, it's not the hearts. It's actually the spade. So says Diamond Club. All right. So here's what we want to do. I'm gonna go ahead and try and, how shall we say this? In diplomatic terms, we want to try and remediate the Ace of Spades. I know, it's really tough, but we're going to try and remediate the Ace of Spades. So here, let me just go ahead and we're going to place the Ace of Spades off to the side over here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and place it face down into the pile. Okay? And, but not on the top. Not on the... Come on, get in there. Man, I have not done this trick in a bit. There you go. Okay, so we're going to get it in there. And then, look, even though we did it that way, the ace of spades is going to go ahead and turn itself face up. I know you don't believe me, but look. There it is. I know. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? But look, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and force it to go face down into the face down packet, right? So here we go, placing it face down into the face down packet, like that. Once again, in its arrogance, defiance, what? Maybe it's a teenager. I don't know. It's but look, it's gonna turn itself face up again. I just know it. I just know it. I just know it. This is Diamond Club. All right. Now, here's the weirdest thing. The remediation did not work. So we wasted the money at therapy. The the kid is still defiant. So we're going to try and ground him. But he's still going to somehow... So look, I'm going to try and forcibly remove him. I'm going to play it up here in the camera up here. So you see that I'm not doing anything super weird. But look, he's found a way to get the center of attention because he is here. And actually, there's only one card here. So wait, what's in this hand? Well, all three of the other aces are in this hand. And so these are like the parents and other family members are like scolding. Yo, hey, behave yourself. Stop being a douchebag. But yeah, so there you have it, everybody. That is the center of attention. Diamond Club, thank you so much for the request, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you kindly for the OMG emotes, Chan, and thank you kindly for the applause, Diamond Club. Thank you. All right. Whew. Okay, so it had been a little bit since I did that, but I think that was good. That was fine. And honestly, I think I was winging the presentation the entire way through, and I think it worked out. It's perfectly fine. It was good. Oh yeah, so here's the quote-unquote secret of magic that I have to hide. So some of these tricks, I have like the packets of cards just separated just for convenience. So here's the packet for that one. Center of attention. Oh, last call? No, not yet. We have about 20 minutes, so I think we can do last call in about 12 minutes. Okay, so and I think in my mind I already have a finale trick in mind, so I'll still put that in. But yeah, if anybody wants to see anything, feel free to request it. In the interim, actually, let me practice. I did the cardless version earlier. No, I found the cardless one. Yeah, this is the problem. I need to figure out how to get the other one. Coin, matrix. Okay, there we go. Do the standard coin matrix now. We'll use the tokens this time. All right, so we have 4 coins and then 4 cards. The cards don't really matter, like the contents of the cards. All right, so let's go ahead and place these over there, these over here, and let's kind of make it more of a square. It's nice how you label each trick, pretty convenient. I mean, I try. There's a couple of times in which, like, hype trains I basically dispense with because I'm like, all right, it's a hype train, I'm just going to do whatever tricks. And then, like, there's been times where I've just done a bunch of informal things, especially things that are not on the trick list, and so it's like, all right, I don't care about those because I'm not actually tracking them. But it was actually right after this trick, it'd be nice to see, we can take a look at my stats. So I'm a data geek, so I love data. All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and cover each one of these coins with a card because that'll hide the magic. So all right. Here's the thing, we're going to make these coins jump from corner to corner. So here we're going to make this one jump from here to there, going once, going twice, and there it goes. Do it one more time from here up there, going once, going twice. And then last one, this happens pretty quick. There you go. That, my friends, is the basic standard coin matrix. All right. Woo! Okay. Okay, all right. So, let's see. Well, if nobody's going to request something right now, this is a good time to take a look at my statistics. So, I've been streaming with StreamerSonglist for magic tricks for over a year and a half now. And, let's see. Some of these tricks are obviously, I added them throughout the course of streaming. So the good news is that I have been trying to add new tricks intermittently. It's not so consistent because I do want to at least know how to perform them. But let's see here. So the trick that's gotten the most is Picasso's Aces. Not surprising because I like to use that as a closer. Devil's Elevator. That one is the only one that I never consistently requested. Other people consistently request that one. Dazed, I like to use that one as a closer. The Coin Matrix, I've been practicing that one, but it's also quick. It's also one that is not a card trick, so most people see me do cards, but that's one of the few coin ones. Ambitious Card Routine, probably not surprising because I like to do that for raids and things. Solving a Rubik's Cube because it's the only non-magic thing there. Twisting Aces because it's quick and easy, and also I like to show raiders. Restless Lady, so that one was a surprise. I added that one late, and then also it's been one of the most creative ones because I rethemed that one every time. I was also surprised at the popularity of Four Burglars. So from a magic standpoint, Four Burglars is arguably a beginner trick. You can probably do it without much slight experience. And but I'm surprised because the trick itself hits pretty strong. I think you just have to present it really well. And so I was impressed at how that performed. Oil and Water, that one was surprising too because I think I've only requested it myself a few times, and then most other times it's been other people or random. All right, cool. Oh, I see a request. Checking the gap meter. Thank you so much for the request. It's called Be Sisters. So this is another one I oftentimes like to, or at least I started liking to close out with. But we won't close out with it today. We'll do this one and then definitely one or two more. All right, so we left off in the middle of the trick list on Oil and Water. So we'll come back to that, and I'll do a little bit more discussion because I think it's super interesting. I think it's super interesting. I don't know about everybody else because there's kind of two groups of people. There's magicians and non-magicians, and to non-magicians, all the card tricks that you see are just card tricks, and then over here to magicians, all the card tricks, there's families of card tricks. And if you've watched the stream long enough or seen enough magic tricks, you probably know some of those families. But there's Ace Assembly, there's collectors, there's I don't do any of these, but A-Can, any card, any number. There's there's so many different types of families of magic tricks. So there's transpositions, there's teleportations, there's elevators, yeah, all those. So okay, here we have a trick called Be Sisters. I don't know why it was named this way, and honestly, this version I took off of somebody else's handling, but the original creator is this Japanese creator. So, all right, here we have it. I have it sounds magical. So here we have a packet of cards. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Unsurprisingly, these are the 4 aces. So here's the ace of hearts. Let me go ahead and place this right there. So let's see here. And here we have the ace of diamonds. Let's go ahead and place that right there. And here we have the 2 black aces, spades and clubs. Now, what if I was to go ahead and grab the 2 red aces, not physically, but just ethereally, and drop it here in my hand? You would expect that perhaps you would be able to see the 2 red aces here in my hand now. And with that assumption, you would be correct, because look, here are the 2 red aces. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? Now, some people think that I would have swapped the aces and the black aces are now here. However, I just grabbed the red aces and put them here, and we never did anything with the black aces. So if we take a look, these are no longer any aces. I know, it's super weird, right? But look, if I go ahead and I grab those red aces that had overwritten the black aces and I blow them away, I think you might expect now the black aces to come back, right? Well, I don't know if you know, in computing, when you overwrite some values or overwrite a file, it kind of destroys it, and so it doesn't like revert back when you undelete something. So actually, if we take a look, these cards are also blank, and now we have no aces, and that, my friends, is weird. Actually, what checking the gap meter says, that is madness. I mean, this. Oh, I was gonna say, this is Sparta. And if I was not sitting down, I would do like the kick into the pit right now. By the way, some people don't understand that meme, but if you're old enough to have seen trailers or commercials for 300, the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Anyway, so let's see. Diamond Club says, it sounds magical. Chan says, no! Checking the gap meter says, you can't just take the aces off of cards. No, I didn't take them off the cards. I just grabbed them, but like ethereally and not like literally. Madness! That's right. Thank you kindly for the claps. Chan the Magic Man. And checking the gap meter. Thank you kindly for the mind blown Diamond Club. I'll assume that you haven't seen that trick before, Diamond Club. So yes, that was when I first saw this. I was like, "Whoa, that is super impressive." Even though I was like, I kind of understood how it could roughly be done, but I was like, super impressive still. All right. So yeah, chances now is last call. Yeah, now's a good time for last call. All right, guys. We're gonna do last call. So if anybody wants to see any magic, definitely request something now. I would normally make the joke for forever hold your peace, but you really only have to hold your peace. Well, actually, this week might be a little bit different. Instead of 1 week, you got to hold it for 2 weeks. Because I'm probably not going to be streaming. Oh yeah, so if anybody's here, I'm probably not going to be streaming a magic stream next week. If I feel up for it, I might be doing a recap of the magic convention that I'm going to. So I'm going to a magic convention next week on Sunday. I'll be spending all day there. I'm going to drive there, spend all day there, drive back. It's probably going to be late by the time I get back. Likelihood of streaming is low, but if I stream, I'm probably not going to be doing magic because I probably would have been doing it all day or watching it all day. So I'll probably, if I do anything, it might be a recap of the day. So, all right. Oh, thanks for the reminder, Chan. I'm good. We haven't gotten to the point of me talking about that yet. So, all right. What do I want to close with? So I'm gonna throw one into the queue. If we see anything else come in, I'll do that before I do this one. But I'll get this one in because I wanna do this one. This is one of my other favorite ones to close with. But yeah, last call. If anybody wants to see anything, definitely put in a request. And then right now I'm cleaning this up and resetting. Okay, and then, oh, reminder, if anybody wants to hydrate, now's a good time. Also, I don't remind people enough to do this, but you should stretch. Whether you're young or old, you should stretch out arms, legs, neck. And I'm pretty bad about doing this every day, but I'm making a more conscientious effort to do it more often. So that's good. Okay, and then also while we're doing this, so normally I would like to think of somebody to raid. Let me pull something up. I normally don't choose or get excited about somebody to raid this point because I'm like, oh, I know people can raid out or whatnot. So let me do this. We have a handful of the usual suspects, and then let's see, who else can we go to? And then if there's anybody new, you can also go there. I do suspect that a handful of people will not be on as usual because VGMCon. I know a bunch of them were going, so. Okay. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, they're playing a game. DJ Yamix. I'm not familiar. Let me see. Thank you for the suggestion. No guarantees, but I will consider it for sure. Okay. All right, cool. All right. Okay, awesome. So it looks like we don't have another request. So before I do the finale, actually, let me make sure I'm prepared to do it. I do want to show off another deck that I got. This is not a premium deck. This is a deck that I got off of Kickstarter, and the Kickstarter finally fulfilled. So let me just show you, and I think there could be some fun things with it later in the future, but I haven't even had a chance to delve into it right now yet. So, so it is a unique deck. It is called One Deck, and it is a square deck of playing cards, but it's not just that, multi-game cards. So the intention of this was that if you guys have ever seen those collection of board games where it's like 7 classic games in one, the intention of this is so that you could play a handful of different games with just this deck. So you can play chess, you could play checkers, backgammon, dominoes. If you had 2 of these decks, you can use one deck for chips, and then the other deck for actually playing with cards. There's some blanks here. I don't know if they're for like placeholders or whatnot. And then on each card, on all 4 corners, you'll see that there's the normal playing card thing. So this would be like a die roll of 3. This would be, I think, a poker chip of value 2, or there's an 8 in there. So some of these have multi-functions. Like this one is a bishop, but it is also a domino of like 6 and 2. So like it's actually super interesting multi-use cards. And so I think there could be some really fun things that we can do with this. And I don't know if anybody knows, I'm actually a fan of chess as well. So I was thinking about trying to do a like a chess. Hello, says Lolo Frosty. Welcome in, Lolo Frosty. How's it going? These are some interesting looking cards. Yes, I'm just showing these off before we close out. We called last call, so if you want to see any tricks, now's a good time to request it. Because after I go through this deck, we're basically going to close the queue, and then we'll close out. But yeah, so multifunction. This could be a king in chess, or also a kinged checker, right? So yeah, so super interesting. Now, in the past, you've seen me handle things like round cards, triangle cards, gigantic cards. So square, you would think it's not too different from like rectangular cards, but I was actually trying to do some sleights with this, and it is a little bit more challenging than regular rectangular cards. So I was actually kind of impressed at. Okay, so actually, let me see if we can do something interesting with this. So here's a quick one. So look, I have a pawn, and I'm going to promote it at the end of the board. So I'm going to promote it to a queen. Yeah, it looked pretty good, right? I'd say that was fine. That was fine looking. So I don't care. You do you. I would say this would be some good cards to play Mao with. Oh, so I remember Mao as a drinking game in college, and if that's the exact same Mao, or Lola Frosty, can you just confirm for me? Is it like a all hail King Mao, and then there's rules for each card and stuff, and then if you break the rules, somebody can call you on it, and then you get more cards, or the drinking versions, you also have to take a drink. Is that the Mao game that you're talking about? Because if it is, I remember. Okay, all right. Let me put these away. Anyway, welcome in, Lolo Frosty. Hopefully you're doing well. I did the non-Mao drinking game. Ah, okay. Gotcha. All right. Let's take the time to close out the queue. And guys, thank you so much for everybody who was able to come out tonight. I understand some of our friends were off at VGMCon having a great time, and probably either resting, relaxing, recovering, traveling back home, or potentially still at VGMCon doing post VGMCon stuff. So thank you so much for everybody who decided to come out and hang out with me today. It was a pleasure to hang out with you, as always. I know I don't say that enough, so I would like to start saying that. So somebody can call me and be like, "Yo, Nom, did you enjoy hanging out with us today?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I did. Where's BGMCon? So VGMCon, I think it happened in Minnesota. VGM stands for video game music. So yeah. So it's like one of the big video game music conventions, I think, in North America. That a lot of my Twitch streamer friends that are musicians were going. So, but anyway, thank you so much for everybody who decided to come out and hang out with me. If it wasn't for you guys, it wouldn't be as much fun. And honestly, like, I'm doing this for fun. I mean, it keeps my skills sharp, but like, that's really ultimately, if it wasn't fun, it's like, why are you doing this, right? Like, so. Anyway, thank you so much to everybody who interacted with the stream, whether you requested a trick, chatted in chat, chose a card. Thank you so much. If you guys lurked, thank you so much for being lurkers, because if I was just here fiddling with cards, there's no magic happening, like, for me. So the magic has to happen in your mind. Also, I like to say everything that you've seen here today, it's not black magic, it is not sorcery, didn't sign any deals with the devil, despite the fact that I have a trick called the Devil's Elevator in the trick list. It is purely sleight of hand. And honestly, if it was real magic, I'd probably say all that anyway. So, all right, it's it's Jack Magic, JK, JK. All right. Also, we saw all of our mods today, so if you guys are not already following our mods, let's give them some mod love, and also let's give them a follow. So if you guys are not following Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. If you're not following the Rusty Panda, give the Rusty Panda a follow. And once again, thank you so much, Chan, for helping me out tonight as well. If you're not following Chan the Magic Man, one of the other few magicians that has a Twitch schedule for Magic Mondays, give Chan a follow. So there we have it. Okay, and with that, what we're going to do is one final trick, the finale trick, Dazed, with the disclaimer of if I mess up the trick, we're not going to end on this one. We're going to do another one. But I don't like ending stream on a like a messed up finale trick. So that's a me thing. But you know, it's my stream. I do what I want, right? Like so anyway, let's see. What if we get other than that, okay, yeah, reminder, next week won't be a Magic stream. If you see me at all, it'll probably be a recap stream for the Magic convention that I went to. But likely is probably no stream. But I should be back to normal after that. So, so if you guys miss me and you want to see more stuff, check out my YouTube. So I put up a magic trick every week. And also all my VODs that fall off retention on Twitch end up over there. So you can get more of me if you want on the YouTube. Other than that, let's do the finale trick, and then we will find somebody to raid. Alright. Thank you kindly for all those emotes. Thank you kindly for the love, checking the gap meter. Thank you kindly for the Go Chicken! And, okay. There we go. Alright, so I have a handful of cards here. These cards are interesting. So we have a Six of Diamonds. We have a Queen of Clubs. And then we have 4 other cards. Now, if I show you these backs, they all look kind of normal. But it's not until I flip them over and I try and show you the fronts. They're also going to look like backs. And I know what you're thinking. It's super strange because they don't come like this. Except for this one. This one's super weird. This one is blank on the front and has a back. So there's something strange here. So these cards that may look like double back, there's actually a weird special property with them, because if I show you, they are quite good at reflecting things. Because if I pull over this Six of Diamonds and I just hover this packet over the Six of Diamonds, all of these cards actually are going to turn into the Six of Diamonds. I know, is that bizarre? That's super bizarre, right? Because look, now there's 4 Sixes of Diamonds. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? Now, here's something else. If I go ahead and I grab this packet and I hover it over the Queen of Clubs, right? This Queen of Clubs is going to be doing something with this packet. It's very good at reflecting things. Because look, if I show you, all of the cards are now Queens of Clubs. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 Queens of Clubs. I know, that's so weird. But, you know, these cards currently are all still Queens of Clubs, right? But look, if I go ahead and I take this blank card and I place it face down right here, and you'll still see that it's like some of these Queens of Clubs until the very last second, until this touches. Because I don't know if you know, all of these cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, are all blank now. And to that end, some people are now like, whoa, whoa, whoa. They're very skeptical. I want to see the backs. And to that I would say, yeah, here's the backs. Because look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And that, my friends, is... I'll call that a successful finale today. So hopefully you guys are not dazed. But yeah, don't lose any sleep tonight. Sleight of hand magic. Even if it was real magic, I would claim that anyway. Thank you for all the emotes, Lolo Frosty. We got lol. We got what? I know what. Crikey! Like, and then we got gasps. I used to read that ironically or unironically as gasps, but chance is so bizarre. And ee. All right. And then we've got Yoko Todo and ooh woo. Sorry, I don't do the ooh high pitch note. Ooh woo. I'm sorry if I've now shattered any sort of serious. Yeah. Lolo Frosty says, "Huh, huh." I know it looks okay, right? Up until everything goes blank, and it's like, what? Like that's like the extreme. Yeah. Chan says, "I want to try out this trick someday." Yo, Chan, this is a great trick. I love this trick. It's actually so from a magician standpoint, you already have all the skills to do this. Mechanically, not that difficult. You just want to present it nice, and then otherwise, like it flows pretty well. So I would recommend. I'll send you over some details if you want. Remind me if I don't send them to you by like Wednesday. Lola Frosty says, "Lol." Thank you for the claps. Yep, sure, soar, sure. Okay. All right, sounds good. All right, guys, let's see who is around. And we did get the new recommendation. So let me see where we're going tonight. So I'll probably, let me see here. Sorry, I'm going through my, I have mentioned this on stream before. I have a streaming spreadsheet, so I keep everything organized. Where are we going? I don't know. Who do we need to raid? Who have we not raided in a bit? So, and then if not, can we raid somebody new? That's the question for tonight. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, yeah, we've raided all of these people pretty recently. Okay. You know what? I'm down for trying somebody new. So, yeah. All right, guys. We're going to be taking, I think Diamond Club's. No, I think we're okay. Let's take Diamond Club's recommendation for today, and let's go ahead and raid. And I'm unfamiliar. DJ Yamix or DJ Yamix. I don't know. Oh, hold on. Sorry. This is the. Okay, and then if you want to copy a raid call, here's a raid call, and then if you're subbed, you can copy this one, and then I'm going to be doing this to start the raid. Okay, there we go. All right. And then, yeah, we'll go over there and we'll make some new friends. That's as simple as that. Oh crap! Hold on, I have to copy my own raid call. I always forget to copy my own raid call. That's always the situation. Okay, all right. So it looks like they're doing DJ funky music. You know how much I really wanted to say funky music white boy there, but I was like, I restrained myself. But now the cat's out of the bag. I've already told you. All right, so yeah, let's head over there and we'll make some new friends, and then yeah. All right, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Have a glorious week or 2 weeks if I don't see you next week. Remember to hydrate and stretch. And if you miss me, check out my YouTube. Other than that, great seeing you. Have a great night. Sorry, have a glorious night, and we'll see you later. Bye.